Quakers.
Hello, and it's so lovely to have the Peace Festival back. We've been part of the Peace Festival for many years, and it's just such a treat and such a positive experience. I've got a few minutes to tell you about Quakers, and one of the things that Quakers have always worked for is peace, which is why we're here. We started 400 years ago at a time when there was a terrible civil war. And civil wars are probably the most unjust and cruelest of wars. The Bible had also been translated into English, and people could ask questions and search for the truth, and Quakers certainly did. And they came together collectively, and they talked in their meetings, and they came up with 4 big testimonies. And they are equality, simplicity, truth and integrity, which go together, and a big one is peace. So I'm going to go through those very quickly and share with you some of our Quaker truths, and then I'll tell you where we meet and when. So, first, truth and integrity. We search for it in our life, and we search for it in the lives of others. Whatever truth we can find in others is precious. We should always act on the truth, and we should always tell the truth, however difficult or dangerous. And the last thing is, we try to act with integrity and honesty in all our dealings. The second testimony or value is equality. And we believe that there's something precious in every single one, and we are all equal in the sight of God. So we have no priests, we have no church hierarchy, and anyone can preach. So even 400 years ago, men and women were considered to be equal. Quakers have worked to end for slavery, they've worked with criminals in prisons, and we recognized same-sex marriage in 2009, one of the earliest churches to do so. Our third one is simplicity. Quakers try to live as simply as possible, only buying that which is needed and is practical. This testimony has been extended to our environmental concerns. We believe that if you can try and live simply, and if that simple life is freely chosen, it can be a great source of strength. And our fourth testimony is peace, which is why we're here today. We say as Quakers, thou shalt not kill means thou shalt not kill. End of. So we will not go to war, we will not prepare for it, and we don't believe there's anything called a just war. That is a very absolute position to take. So you can't just sit there on the moral high ground and say that. You have a responsibility to act, to make peace, and to do that in a radical way as possible within our peace testimony. So we work hard to mediate on disputes at home and abroad. We can be seen as honest brokers who may be able to find the truth on both sides. And in 1947, the Quakers were actually given the Nobel Peace Prize for the work they did in both the First and Second Wars for peace. So, we are a spiritual organisation, but we're also radical. So, we've got this little poster here, and it might speak to you. We are simple, we're radical, but we're also spiritual. So those are our values. Very, very quickly, if that interests you, we actually meet together, because the other part of Quakerism, we meet once a week for an hour of quiet worship together, or meditation as a group, and many people find that really valuable, even though they have no religious movements at all within themselves. Others obviously do find a spiritual dimension. So we meet on a Sunday at Warwick, right at the bottom of the High Street, just opposite Lord Leicester, for an hour at 10:30 in the morning. If you like, you could join us. If you want to find out more, we're in the tent over there. And that's all I have to say.
Thank you very much. Words of wisdom.